are more than a conqueror. That it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters most is how many times you get up again and come back again and again and again and again. You have what I call the can't help it. Gee, my brothers and my sisters, they were okay living a small life. But me, I got the can't help it. My grandmother was a motivational speaker. She had a passion for helping people. She had a passion for living a larger life. And my mother, Dorothy Bell. I got two mothers and I'm not ashamed. I've got two mothers and I love them just the same. And they were driven women. They were driven. Not mine. Hers father. That dude, all I ever heard about him was he was dancing, shoplifting, and he was a ladies' man. I got the worst of him and the best of them. Oh my goodness! Tell the truth and shame the devil. Well, oh, my medication is wearing off. Oh, so this thing called life. You know what? Stuff happens to you. Stuff happens to people you care about. And stuff happens that you never saw coming. One of my sons is bipolar. He put in my feed on my website. My father's doing a reality program. What? You know how challenging it is. You help bring somebody in this world, and when they're bipolar, you look at it, and they have been taking the medication, you ask yourself, who in the hell is this? I know you didn't bring that home from the hospital. What? I'm doing a reality show? Oh my God. Oh, about to make me lose my mind. Up in here. Look here. Let me share this with you. Some things you have to pause and think and let it go. Let it go. See, just because you love someone does not you have the solution for helping them. They can't hear you. Familiarity breeds contempt. There's a book called The Kabbalion. How many of you have ever tried to talk to someone you love and you saw where they were headed before they got there and they did not listen? Put yes in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. Put yes there. If you can feel a brother up in here, just put yes there, or just blink your eyes. I can see you. Okay? And so, you know what? He said, let me explain. I said, no. Don't try and talk your way out of what you've acted yourself into. The Kabbalion says, the lips of the wise are sealed to the ears of the ignorant. I'm through speaking, young man. Boom. Yeah, Dad. Have it your way. See, we can't make our choices for our friends or our family members or our children. It's their life and their call. And this morning at 2:30, life gives you warnings. Pay attention to the warnings. I had some discomfort in my heart area. And I said, oh my God, what's this needle pricking feeling here? Stress in my heart. And I heard a voice say, leave it alone. Your children come through you, but they come from God. Leave it alone. Let go or be dragged. Surrender. Surrender. You can't handle this. It's not yours to handle. turn it over to a higher authority, and go do what you have to do, because life is not going to stop and say, hey, time out. Listen, I know Les has a destiny. I know there's some work that he's supposed to do. I know there's some people that he's supposed to motivate. I know there's some business owners that he's supposed to inspire, but time out. Hold it. His son is going through some stuff right now. He didn't take his medication, and they had an agreement. You take your medication, you get your sleep, and you go to your therapist. You can live a normal life. Then will you do that? Oh, yes, I will, Dad. And he lied. Unless he wants us to hold time off, he wants us to stop and wait till he gets them ready to take matters in his own hand. Sometimes you have to let people go. You do what you have done, and they've got to do their part. And if they don't do their part, face the reality, some people, children and relatives and friends, won't participate in their own rescue. I'm 77. I have enough energy to do some more work. The reason I'm still here, God said, wait a minute, no. I didn't put you on the bench. I didn't call you out the game. And don't you waste the time that you have left trying to help somebody who don't want to help themselves. Keep thine eyes single. And you might have to cry. Okay, Lord, I will. Don't keep my eyes single. Oh, yeah. But he's my boy. Keep thine eyes single. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh, you'll be out of here. Yes, sir. I don't want to leave now. No. I remember when my mother passed, and I was so depressed. And I went to sleep that night. I'll never forget the night my mother came to me in a dream, and she said, Leslie. I said, yes, ma'am, Mama. She said, boy, you miss me real bad, don't you? I said, yes, ma'am. But it looked like you're going to see me real soon. The doctor said you were diagnosed with terminal prostate cancer. I sat up real quick and said, oh, no, Mama, I'm not ready to see you right now. I miss you, but I don't want to see you right now. I'd like to see you by and by, but not right now. You know something? You need to take something for this. You need some help. Where's your friend Tyrone? He needs to get you some counseling. Oh, this thing, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. So, pause and think, respond, and don't react. Take charge of your mind. Do that which you can do. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Sometimes you got to get ugly for them. Here's something else. Take the time to pour into you. I've been doing a lot of quiet listening, praying, meditating, chanting, Yoho Renge Kyo, reading the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Kabbalah, calling on the whole gang. How many of you know that your children, if you allow them, will make you lose it? You say, you about to make me lose my mind. Up in here. You about to make me act a fool. Up in here. Here's something else. Don't underestimate yourself. You're stronger than you realize. Don't underestimate yourself. I'm serious about this. I'm serious. You have absolutely no idea. The people that are hungry, they push themselves. They challenge themselves. When they hit a wall, they keep on pushing. They keep on pumping. They keep on falling forward. When they face rejection, they get inspired because every rejection, every no, they see it as a vitamin, and that brings them closer to a yes. They get excited when they hear no. They get excited when they are rejected. They get fired up because they're getting closer to it. There's something in them that won't be stopped. They're unstoppable. They're hungry. They take no prisoners and they eat wounded. They start at the ears like Mike Tyson, the right ear, and then the left ear. Yum, 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 yum. They create experiences for their customers that make them unforgettable, and they get referrals and repeat business, and things begin to come to them because they have a reputation for doing an incredible job, for creating an unforgettable experience. They're living life all in. Most people aren't. They'll put more, most people put more focus and more energy into a sporting event than they do on their dream. I'm in the barber shop, guys talking about, we need more help on defense to help LeBron. He can't even afford basketball tickets. It's about what we need on defense. Like they're coaches. Like they have a front row seat. Most people are spectators. See, the bleachers are filled with thousands of spectators, but only a few people on the field are players. How many of you see yourself as a player and not a spectator? Just say, that's me. That's me. I'm not a spectator. Just put that in and say, that's me. I'm not a spectator. No. That's why you're listening to me now. That's why what I'm saying to you resonates with you now. You get, and write this down. Live life like you mean business. Life ain't playing with you. No. And it's coming for you every day. It's coming for you or someone you care about. It is? Yes. Accidents, sicknesses, disease, firing, tragedies of all kinds. Think it not strange that you face the very furnaces of this world. You will, not you might. You will have tribulations. Why? That's the way it's set up. Life is a roller coaster. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go well, sometimes they don't go so well. Why? I don't know. Guess what this is? This is the world's smallest violin, playing the world's saddest song. Oh, 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 my Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I say, you woke up this morning. It's the best day of your life. Why would you say that? You don't know what I'm going through. What would you prefer? Taking a dirt nap right about now? It's the best day of your life. Listen to me. You got another shot. Got another shot to turn things around, to turn adversities to your advantage. And the people who are hungry have that kind of vision, have that type of optimism. Negative people, people that are not hungry, they can look at opportunities and all they will see will be the obstacles. But people that are hungry, they can see obstacles, and all they will see in those obstacles are the opportunities. Vision is different. The mindset, the hunger, there's something about that. It touches your spirit. They live from their heart. Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. If you agree with me, is that you have to have drive. Put drive in the comment section. Say drive. I have drive. I have drive. Put drive in there. But you got to have drive. You got to sing. If life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Why? Because you're hungry, and that hunger is driven by drive. Don't you mess with me. I'm coming for you right now. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm going to take my coat off. I'm coming for you right now. I'm coming to get you in a headlock. You know, I got muscles. You know, don't make me pull my muscles out. I got muscles up in here. I tickle myself. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lordy. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I like to say that as you look at your goals and look at your dreams, hunger is required. Pause and think. Don't react. Give yourself a chance to look at it and rethink your life and figure out who you have to be and what is it you have to do and what radical change must you make in you in order to navigate what life has just thrown at you. Because you're more than a conqueror. Because you have built in greatness. Because you mean business. When you are like that, when you come with that kind of spirit and that kind of energy, I don't care what life throws at you, you will activate angels. I believe in angels, and angels who've been in the star, the angels that have been assigned to you, who've been getting a manicure or a pedicure, and you haven't called on them. These angels will talk. Wake up. Hey, Candace needs you right now. Yes, with a little green, cute hair and everything inside. Yes, come on, y'all. Come out now. Come out now. And go on down there and open doors they do not see. Give them the power to call forth those things that be not as though they were. It's their time. It's their time. They were born to win. It is not over until they win. People say it's not over until the fat lady sings, but a lot of people quit when she's just clearing her throat. No, Massage and Candace. Oh, no. They're different. They are uncommon. They are unique. I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept symbol, a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the still calm of utopia. I would never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand erect, unafraid, and first to face the world boldly and say, this I have done. How could you do that? Because I'm hungry. Most people are not hungry. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Sarge and Candace.
I'm here, Liz. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much for the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, please give up some love in the chat. If you can describe how you are feeling right now, go ahead and put that in the chat. I know it's going to be difficult to put that into one word, but we've got blessed, we've got energized, we've got pumped. Now I want to ask you guys a question. You have just spent 45 minutes with Les on this summit. What if you had the opportunity to have Les with you every single day of your life? Being able to feel the way that you feel right now when moments get tough, when days get dark, and you want to feel the way that you are feeling right now. Go ahead and put one into the chat. I don't want to tell you about this unless you guys really want to know. Go ahead and put one. Lots of people are saying one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had an incredible conversation with Les's team, and we've come together and put a product together that I know is going to change your life. This product cannot be found anywhere in the world. It's exclusive to each and every one of you right now. There are thousands of people in the room, and you guys have this opportunity to take this first step. It's called the Success Triad. Now I'm going to go through this and break it down exactly for you. It's 9 life-changing instructional videos. The first one is read 30 pages a day. Create the habit of reading. It's no coincidence that Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world because he spends most of his days reading. If you're not reading, if you're not learning, you're not earning. Number 2 is creating a morning ritual. Let Les walk you through exactly how you can start your day, because the tone in which you start your day will show us exactly what you bring for the rest of it. Number 3 is dress for impact. Les has got a fantastic story. I'm going to ask him to share it a little bit later, but dress for impact. Number 4 is create a definitiveness of purpose. All right. A lot of you guys early on, we asked, who is waking up in the morning with a heaviness in their chest and thinking, what is my purpose on earth? This is the video that is going to help you find that purpose. Define your goals. We all have hopes and dreams, but it's time to have ways and means. Take those goals that you have and define them, refine them, and make sure that the goals that you are going after are the goals that truly will fulfill you. Number 6 is detox your life. We all know people who bring a problem to every solution. People who always are the naysayers who say, you can't do that. Or things that are going on in your life, it's time to get rid of it. It's time to detox it. It's time to clean away from those negative energies. Number 7 is one step at a time. It's not about getting to the finish line. It's about taking one step at a time. You might look up and you might look at your goals and say, wow, there's an entire staircase in front of me. But if you look at the staircase, you're never going to move. Just look down, do it one step at a time. Number 8 is building your success team. You know, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And what Les sums up and teaches you in video number 8 is how do you build a success team around you. And number 9 is inspiring others. If you can give people what they want, they will give you what you need. And a bonus for this is to Laws of Success. It's 12 downloadable PDFs. The total value of this is $497. I'm going to go ahead and bring the chat up so I can ask you guys one last question. All right. This was on sale for $497. It is no longer on sale. You can't find it anywhere on the internet. And I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm not going to give it to you for $497. All right. If you want a better price, go ahead and put hungry into the chat, because if you are truly hungry, the opportunity that I give you right now is not an opportunity that you are going to waste. There are thousands of people in the room saying they are hungry. Les just talked about it, and he said, you gotta be hungry. Ladies and gentlemen, for today only, it is $97. You will never find this anywhere in the world. In actual fact, this is the most affordable product on this summit, because Les and Real Success want to touch the lives of as many people as possible. For all of those who are set hungry, I want you to get ready, because I'm going to drop the link in 3, 2, 1. All you have to do is head over to realsummits.com/LB. Go there now, because, ladies and gentlemen, thousands of people in the room. Unfortunately, I have to do this, but it is limited to only 100 people. The moment you get on there,
I want to jump in here. One of my sometimes some painful things can come to you from someone very close to you. Said, you're 77. You're washed up. And we need to take charge now. And what came to me this morning as I was thinking about my great-grandson being in heaven with my mother who's baking him a sweet potato pie, what came to me, words, I didn't call you out of the game of life. I didn't put you on the bench. You're still here. No one can judge you because of your age. You still have what I put in you. Forget your time on the planet, your years, and your years will forget you. And give it everything you've got, whatever you do. Live the life that your great-grandson didn't get to live. So I'm going to send you 2 things today. And I want you to send it out to them, make it a part of the package. Free. 2 messages. Around 45 minutes each. If they listen to it, it's going to change their life. When I finish talking to you, I'm staying in the studio to pump this out, to get this out of my spirit. God has not made me to be a bench warmer, to be a spectator. No, I'm still a player in this thing called life. So, right verse 100, you get a chance to get access to this. I'm going to send it to you today. And you're going to love it too. You're going to get a lot out of it. I take no prisoners. I got mustard and ketchup. Onions and lettuce and tomatoes. And whole wheat bread to eat those ears. Me and Mike Tyson's going to have a picnic with them. You know what I mean?
Oh, incredible. Guys, let me know in the chat who has done it. Go ahead and put done into the chat. Let me know if you have taken this step. You have gone to the site. You have registered. I'm going to go just check the numbers out at the moment. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go on my computer and check this out behind me, in front of me. All right, guys, it is 78 slots have gone. You only have a handful left. We only have a few minutes. And if you're on the fence right now and you're thinking, will this work for me? You're probably thinking about all the things that didn't work for you in the past. And as Jeff here said, if you continue to look at the past, you are certain to miss the future. These videos, these teachings, and also the bonuses that Les has just included now, we didn't even know about this. This was a complete surprise for us. Les is going to record exclusive content for the first 100 people that sign up today. All you have to do is go to realsummits.com/LB Candace. Yeah, as Les says, the girl with the cute hair. What do you think?
The girl with the cute hair said,
That's what Les says. I'm just quoting Les. You got to be hungry.
Yes.
oh goodness.
Yes. She's a heart stopper. Let the record show. I can't even look at the camera.
Thank you, Mr. Les Brown, sir. But I mean, you know, Saj, the Success Triad is one of the best programs on the market in self-development, period.
It used to be on the market.
It used to be on our market.
It's no longer available.
Exactly. And we get to, you know, be a part of transforming people's lives when they use the Success Triad. And I mean, all of these just broken down, Saj, if people try to implement them on their own, they change their lives. But when Les Brown is teaching you how to do it, life-changing. I mean, this is incredible.
Hey, what country are you in, Saj?
Oh, we're both in South Africa. I'm in Joburg and she's in Cape Town.
Is that right? I've been there one time, and I don't travel internationally, but there are 3 places that I'd like to go back to again. I had such a wonderful time in South Africa. Wonderful time. I enjoyed Abu Dhabi too. I had a wonderful time in Abu Dhabi. Yes, I did. And I like to come back to South Africa. If we have an event, and when things are safe with this pandemic, I'd like to come back there, man. It was a spiritual experience for me. Went to Robbins Island. It's the homeland, man. And so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. A lot of many speakers been there. I've been there, but I don't know if people know me in South Africa, but I tell you this, that there's a difference in seeing me on this computer and when I'm in the room with them. I can get the butter from the duck. Let the record show. I could hear my great-grandson say, "Go, Papa. Go get him, Papa. My Papa ain't playing with y'all. He ain't playing."
Les, you come back. Candace and I will be waiting at the airport with a big sign to give you a big group hug the moment you get off the plane.
Thank you. Well, I want to give both of you a good virtual hug right now. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing and the lives that you're transforming. And those that can hear my voice. I know everybody can't hear it because everybody's not hungry. But if you're hungry, I want you to put hungry in the comments section. If you are hungry and there's some stuff you want to do before you leave here, because we all have an expiration date, and we don't know when that is. If you're hungry, if you want to be a grave robber and rob the cemetery of your dreams, of your talents, of your abilities, of your skills, of your leadership, of your voice, of your story, put hungry in the comment section. And make sure you get my book. You got to be hungry. You can get that on Amazon. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so very much. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy and Dorothy Bell's pride and joy. Dorothy Bell, my mother, gave me life. Mamie Brown, my adopted mother, taught me how to live life. I got 2 mothers, and I'm not ashamed. I got 2 mothers, and I love them just the same. Bye for now.
I love it. Les, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And thank you for the compliments about us changing lives of people. We are only able to do the work that we do because we stand on the shoulders of giants like you. You've come before us. You've shown us what's possible. You've shown us how it is possible to radically change the lives of people around the world. Thank you so much, Mr. Les Brown. We shall see you tomorrow again.
Yes. And I got something else for you because I'm hungry. Take you to another level. All right. Bye for now.
All right. Bye, Les. All right. What a special moment that was. It was one of the highlights. I always come back and say, they were all highlights. They were all great parts, all great training that has really radically changed the lives of so many people in here. And you guys, I take my hat off to you. If I was wearing a hat, I would take it off. Mainly because, it takes a while for me to get my hair so nice for you guys. But you can see it's getting late in the day. So, and I just want to take my hat off to you guys because we're about to move on to our final speaker of the day. And I see the names, and Candace, you would see this as well. There's some names who have just been here the entire day with us. And I look forward to seeing you guys in day number 2 and day number 3. But we're not done yet, because we are going to move on to our next speaker. I always get under pressure when this next speaker comes, because he talks about podcasting and using your voice. And I always feel like, I need to up my game. I need to be It's just gone 12 o'clock here on the Real Success Summit. This is your boy Saj, joined by Candace. We're going to take you all the way to 2 a.m. on the Real Success Summit. So Candace and I always joke that we'll probably land up being radio DJs on the same show one day. But I'm going to hand over to Candace. It'll make sense when you hear what this man is going to talk about. And I hope you guys enjoy the final speaker. And don't forget to stick around till the end, because we're going to give you access to that exclusive launch that I mentioned in the morning.
Yes, and we're going to announce the winner. So stick around. And as I introduce Rob, make sure you are letting us know how many of you have heard of Rob Moore before. Truly electrifying, Rob Moore is a man for all seasons. His impressive career takes him from a multi-million-dollar property mogul to a viral content creator. His style is something you have not seen before. His wealth of knowledge and experience is something that is going to blow you away today. So here is Rob Moore.
Thank you very much, Candice. Thank you very much,
Where did the
Saj.
poll go?
Before I even start, I just want to say, wow. I just am always amazed by how unbelievably professional and fun and smart Saj and Candice are. I want to say a massive thank you to Brian and all the team at Real Success, who continually deliver one of, if not the best global events. It's such a privilege to speak here and be part of it. So I want to show my absolute gratitude to you. I tried to vote on myself on the poll. Yes, I've heard of me, but it wouldn't let me vote for myself. So let me know in the world where you are from. Hi, my name is Rob Moore. This is live. I am live. And for the next maybe 90 to 120 minutes, I'm going to share with you how you can build your fast personal brand using the creator economy, the audio influencer economy, and using digital real estate. Now, these are words and phrases I didn't even understand 18 months ago. The world has changed so much. You know, and Saj and Candice talk about podcasting. As you can see, I've got my Mariah Carey microphone. But actually, podcasting is not just podcasting anymore. You are now a media company. So I'd like you to write a few things down. Some things where I think the game has changed in media. Before I bring up my slide presentation. I will give you a little bit of backstory about me a bit later, because I know on the vote many of you have not yet heard of me before. But if you don't mind, I'll give you some content first. I'll set the scene, and then, you know, I'll do a little bit of the backstory if that's okay with you. Right, so number one is we are in the creator economy. Please write down the creator economy. What that is influencer 3.0. Now, influencer 1.0 was you had to be a celebrity, a movie star, an actress to have any kind of traction on social media or have a personal brand. Influencer 2.0 was you were a lifestyle traveler, a selfie taker, a pouter. Mwah, look at me in my bikini.
Jeez.
And you had to be more of an Instagrammer or really out there. Exactly. And now influencer 3.0 is called the creator economy. And this is great news, because I don't have very good boobs. I wasn't an actress. So I was doomed for social media. I'm a normal 42-year-old guy from Peterborough. No one's ever heard of that. What am I going to do? And now the news is great, and here's why. Because the creator economy, influencer 3.0, is where you create good content and social media platforms now compete for you. They want you and they need you. 3-4 years ago, we're begging for social media channels to give us some good reach. What's the algorithm? Never tell you the algorithm, and you have to churn out content 15 times a day. Gary Vaynerchuk, 72 pieces of content a day for 25 years to be an overnight success. Come on, Gary, give me a break. And now it's changed. And now you create good content and the social media platforms want you, need you, compete for you, and reward you. So that's the first scene I'm setting. The second scene is that Clubhouse launched 18 months ago. I'm actually in the top 100 highest influencers on Clubhouse. I have 276,000 followers there. And it created this audio influencer revolution, whereby people are now using audio only. And then, podcasts come back into play then. And instead of just being a cult media form, they're now the mainstream. And Joe Rogan and people like that get famous to make tens of millions out of podcasts. And the audio space now gets lifted up by Clubhouse, which is, an interactive audio app. So that's going on. And now, therefore, we're in the digital real estate revolution. This excites me, man. Honestly, you're going to love this. It's actually hard for me to just talk about podcasting, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about you creating your podcast, and that's your central media company, of which you'll then create digital real estate. So I have 1,300 tenants in my property portfolio. I have 3 property companies, ownership, management, and development. I have 1,300 tenants that will pay me rent across hundreds of units. And I'm actually not predicting that the future of where I'll make more money and have more impact is in physical real estate. Even though I'm developing 2 projects right now, which is 170,000 square foot, 220 tenant units. Yeah, I'm predicting for you and for me, the digital real estate revolution is where we're all going to make our money and build our brand and make our impact. The heart set, as Robin said, as well as the skill set. So here's some digital assets, NFTs, cryptos, your web domains, where you rank on Google and YouTube and your SEO, your followers on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube and TikTok. I just had a viral video on TikTok, 3 million views, and I kept my clothes on. I feel like it's a good goal. I give myself some love, like Saj was in his journaling. And then also Facebook supporters, Patreon, Facebook stars. There's so many now monetization tools that you can turn on through the digital real estate revolution. And this leads to my 4th point. You write all this down, I'm setting the scene, and then I'm going to give you my pre-prepared presentation. And now
What is his name?
You are now a media company. So you've got the creator economy influencer 3.0, the audio revolution, digital real estate. So I've written 18 books, and most of those, 12 of them I think or more, are on Audible, and 13 of those are translated into other languages. So that's digital real estate. I sell hundreds of thousands of books a year. So I'm now a media company. And what that means is you're a podcaster, a YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagram reeler, I've said that already, a Clubhouser. And all of these are now converging. So let me say them one more time, because this is the scene for the entire talk. And this is how media is completely changing. And thank you for your nice comments, by the way. I'm getting some nice compliments. I'm sure I'll get a couple of critics as well. I love a good critic. I need more haters. Anyone got any spare? Give them to me.
Jesus.
RealSummit.com. Creator economy is Influencer 3.0, where it's accessible to everyone and not just a celebrity. The audio influencer revolution is coming, hence why I'm talking about podcasting on one of the best events in the world, the Real Success Summit. You are now a media company, even if you just have a little podcast mic and a laptop on Zoom. You don't need loads of mega equipment.
How can it be for sale?
You need a cracked iPhone. Look at that. You need a cracked iPhone, a Zoom H1, which is less than $100 for your recording, and you have a media company. And now you are building your digital real estate in the digital real estate revolution. Right, I'm not very techy. Let's see if I can get the slides up on the screen. Let me know in the comments if you can see that rather dashing British chap, the next James Bond, Daniel Craig. You've been amazing, but I'm coming for you.
Come on. What is the name of this,
build
then?
and scale your global brand, audience, and revenue with podcasting. Give me a yes in the comments if you can see that. because I just want to make sure that the tech's all working. I'm not very techy. If I could be a media empire podcasting powerhouse, so can you. All right, great. We are all in. I just take a sip of my vodka. I mean, my water. And let's go. Let's do this. So I'm really excited about the land of opportunity we're in right now. I think it's a real shame that there's lots of people that are moaning and complaining and really upset about social media and COVID and everything that's gone in the world. Because I really do think now is probably one of the greatest opportunities there've ever been to be a start and scale up entrepreneur. So here we go. Build and scale your global brand, your audience, and your revenue with podcasting. So we are in the rise of the audio influencer creator economy, like I mentioned before. And my little part of that is I have the Disruptive Entrepreneur podcast, which is listened to in 204 countries. I didn't even know there were 204 countries. I didn't even know Myanmar and Vatican City were countries. I'm listened to in every single country on the planet. Little old Rob from Peterborough thinks it's Mariah Carey. And this is the great land of opportunity of media and social media and the internet that we're in right now. Little old me with tens of millions of subscribers and downloads across the world. I used to have hundreds of thousands of downloads a month. Now I have millions of downloads and views a week. In fact, just this last week, I think I've had about 6 million views and downloads across my media, TikTok, Instagram, podcast, YouTube, etc. It's not my average week. That's a pretty good week for me. But I've gone from hundreds of thousands, probably at the start of the year, to millions. And the hundreds of thousands were a month, and now the millions are a week. Because I'm leveraging these 4 elements, like I said, digital real estate, creator economy, audio influencer revolution, and being my own media company, just with a few little devices and a cracked iPhone. Look, you don't really care where I'm ranked and if I'm bestseller this or number 1 that, but I often am right up there with people like Grant Cardone and Tim Ferriss and Gary Vee and Joe Rogan, little old Rob from Peterborough. I started back in the day. There's a typo there. I wonder if you can spot the typo. Prize for who can spot the typo. Imagine doing 7,000 episodes. That would be like 10 a day. But I've done nearly 750 episodes of the Disruptive Entrepreneur podcast. Give me a yes in the comments if you listen to podcasts. Give me a no in the comments if you don't listen to podcasts. Let's have a look and let's see. Let me get a flavour and a feel. I was listening to Tim Ferriss, Joe Rogan, etc., loving them, and I procrastinated for probably 2 years, if I'm honest, for not having one. I'm such an idiot. I'd have made millions more. I'd have had millions more followers. Don't be like me. Make sure when you get the opportunity, you take it. Start now, get perfect later. And if you want to consume some of my content, then that's my podcast, The Disruptive Entrepreneur. You can find that anywhere, wherever you get podcasts on every channel. Now, I'm nearly at 6 million trickle down revenue from my podcast. And it's not easy to track, so in reality, it's probably more. Whenever I make estimations, I usually go under rather than over. Just sanity, not vanity. So in people doing my mastermind, so getting mentoring with me is $48,000. That's what it is. You can't get me for any less than that. I've attracted many clients on my mentoring at $48,000 through my podcast. I have a subscription platform called Rob.team with thousands of members. People pay a monthly residual for that. I found many of them through my podcast listeners. I have a suite of business courses, the Entrepreneur's Business Academy, tens of thousands of pounds that academy is. People have found me through my podcast, and that's what trickle-down revenue is. I actually don't know. It could be 10 million because I haven't had tracking links.
I don't see the mistake.
I accidentally made money on
I need
my
coffee.
podcast. I was fortunate enough that when I was 30, just before age 31, I became a millionaire. Just before age 30,
Jesus.
millionaire. I'm 42 now with the mental age of a 12-year-old. Definitely the sense of humour of one. And so I didn't need to make money out of my podcast. I was doing it for the art, for the love. Rage Against the Machine. I don't want to corporatize my podcast. It's about the art. And I was an idiot. Honestly, I'd have made millions more if I'd have run ads earlier or got a good sponsor earlier on in my podcasting career. Don't you worry, I've changed it and I'm going to change it for you. You can monetize your message to the masses and profit through podcasting from day one. That might sound like a big claim. I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, let's do a bit of the numbers, give you a flavor of the industry of podcasting. 16 million listeners in the UK, but come on, England. Come on, England. Us American friends are kicking our ass. Or our arse. So there's about a fifth of the UK population, but it's 2/5 of the American population. But that's still not a lot, by the way. Not a lot at all. When you compare how many people have a Facebook page or how many people search Google or YouTube. $1 billion will be spent on ads in 2021. So I guess that's going to be 1.5–2 billion in 2022. Give me a hell yeah in the comments if you'd like a piece of $1 billion. And give me a hell yeah in the comments. Or yes, please, if you are of religious disposition. But of course, I mean hell in the oh yeah sense. Podcast listeners are more affluent than the average, which means they're good for sponsorship and endorsements and adverts, which means it's good for your bank balance. They're buyers. You want buyers, not browsers. I'll drink to that. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on social media. Apple having fights with Facebook. People getting deplatformed, censored, cancelled. Doesn't matter if you've got a podcast. No one can deplatform you from your own podcast. No one can censor you from your own podcast. No one can throttle your reach. The algorithm can't screw with your podcast. This is one of the reasons. This is so important. What do you think about freedom of speech, by the way? Do you think our freedom of speech is being violated? Do you think our freedom is being violated? Look, I don't want to go all conspiracy, but I'd love your thoughts. If you don't feel like we've got full freedom of speech, if you don't feel like we've got full control over who we reach and what we say to them, if you feel that that's being violated and impinged, then you need a podcast, because it's the only way. Because when you have a podcast, you access all of your listeners. But when you have a Facebook page, you can access 1% or 0.1% of your listeners, and you say one thing that they don't like, and you get cancelled. This is why you need one of these. It's also the most intimate media channel. Did you hear Saj with his amazing radio voice? Hello, this is Rob Moore, coming to you from Peterborough, UK, the Disruptive Entrepreneur Podcast, helping you start and scale your business and get better financial education. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's very intimate, though, in the way that we communicate through the audio-only platform with the headphones in your ears. But this is a big one. It was really cool what Candice was saying about how the lady was cooking and she was cleaning and listening in to this amazing Real Success Summit. But there aren't that many media where you can, what I call net time. Well, in fact, Tony Robbins taught me that, net time. But when you have a podcast, you can be walking, running, training.
I
cooking,
said remove the link.
Gardening, in the gym, on the train, on the plane, in the car, in nature. You can be doing anything else, knitting, working, and listen to a podcast in the background. It's the only media channel that you can leverage time. And this is massive, because who's getting less busy? No one. Who's getting less ads and less stuff chucked at them on social media? No one. So you need to be able to leverage time. Podcasting is the greatest leverage of time, and I'm going to talk about that as we go through the presentation. There are tens of millions of Facebook page users, tens of millions of YouTubers. But people say to me, oh, Robert, everyone's podcasting. Nope. Only 250,000 active podcasters. That is nothing. Right, in the comments, give me a yes if you podcast, give me a no if you don't. Let's have a look. Give me a yes if you podcast and a no if you don't. Wow, a lot more no's. A lot more no's. Start now, get perfect later. When all is said and done, more is said than done. You will soon, Ingrid. I know you will. So, thank you for all the kind comments, by the way. Lovely to see from all over the world. Okay. Stephen Dubner started a podcast after his book, Free Economics, did quite well. And check this out. He makes $3 million a year. Do you know what he makes $3 million out of? You need to see this, 'cause this is, make $3 million out of that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That. $3 million out of that, i.e. audio files. He's got some headphones, you don't need them. He's got a laptop, you do need one, but you've got one anyway. He's got a microphone, you need one, but you can have a nice cheap one. He's got a beautiful assistant, you don't even need to buy a beautiful assistant. Since 2009, he has 3 million downloads a month because he has consistency. Consistency. This is simple. Do you need to be great? No. Do you need to be the best? No. Do you need to be privileged? No. Do you need to be raised in the greatest city in the world? No. Do you need to have the most amazing parents in the world? No. Do you need money to start? No. Do you need to be consistent? Yes. I have published between 1 and 3 episodes every week for 6 years. You do the same, you're going to be a millionaire. You cannot not be. So the question is, are you going to? Are you going to be consistent? It's actually quite easy to be consistent. It's not that easy to be persistent and resilient, but consistency is pretty easy. Just show up and get it done. Okay, he double dipped. By the way, double dipping in Peterborough means something else, but I won't say. But not only does he make $3 million a year from his audio files, he sold the show for $6 million, but still owned the rights of the content. So he made $6 million from selling the show and still $3 million a year from creating the episode. This is the power of podcasting, my legendary friends, and of course, books, live shows, and loads. Once you get a bit of virality and you hit critical mass, boom, you'll have spin-off shows, collaborations, partnerships, sponsorships, endorsements, you name it. All right, so let's talk about the numbers. I don't know why I squeaked when I said that. The numbers. So you can earn a few hundred quid, a few thousand quid, or 6 figures per episode. Tim Ferriss, $53,000 a sponsor. 2 sponsors an episode, $106,000. Ad rates on average are 20-ish, 40-ish dollars per thousand. I get now £150 a thousand from Blinkist. If you would like to know exactly, you know what, I was going to say, if you'd like to know how I went from 20-ish dollars to nearly $200 on my podcast, I was going to say stay with me to the end, but you will anyway. But do stay with me till the end. But I'm going to tell you conceptually how I did that now, and I'll detail it later. I went from selling advertising to selling sponsorship. Let me say that again. I went from selling advertising to sponsorship, and advertising and sponsorship are very different. And you get a lot more with sponsorship. Now, Apple and Spotify on your cracked iPhone, you can now turn on monetization, and people can pay you for an extra episode a week, and you can monetize immediately on Spotify and iTunes, the 2 big podcast platforms. Podcasts are growing 25% year on year. There was a massive spike since the pandemic, the lockdown, the quarantining, the virtual summits. Podcasting is actually still a very young media compared to Facebook, social media, compared to YouTube and video media. Clubhouse, this brand new audio platform, like I said, I'm in the top 100 most followed influencers on Clubhouse in the world. Little old Rob from Peterborough. Got more followers than Deepak Chopra on Clubhouse. Got more followers than Robin Sharma on Clubhouse. Didn't have to meditate to do that. Rob ain't so bad after all, little old Rob from Peterborough. Which means if I can do that, you can do that. Why can't you do that? But Clubhouse has really helped this audio influencer revolution. And now many podcasts are bigger than radio shows, except you don't need to have BBC studio. You just need your own little room. You could have podcasts set up in the toilet. Okay, now, people sometimes say to me, but yeah, Rob, why would people want to listen to me? Why should I have a podcast? So, if you can say yes to any of these, just give me a yes in the comments. Have you got an existing brand already, but you'd like more reach, more revenue, more impact, more income? Give me a yes in the comments if that's you. Would you like to position yourself as the go-to authority?
Hold on 1 second. Gotta blow my nose.
Get your message out to the masses. Give me a yes, my friends, if that is you. This is a really cool one. Now, some of you would never put yes in the comments or never do a live because you just don't really like putting yourself out there. If we're using labels, which I don't like, but if we are, you would be an introvert. And Rob doesn't seem like an introvert. He seems to be shouting and screaming and being in the limelight in front of thousands of people at the summit. Well, do you know what? For once in your life as an introvert, you have a social media platform that can give you virality, impact and income, reach and revenue that you can monetize, and you can really inspire people in your niche and turn it into a proper business. Because it's on audio. People can't see your face. If you mess it up, you can edit it out, edit it again, third time lucky, make it perfect. So if any of you are introverts, you must start a podcast because everything else does require you to be a bit out there or on video or have an opinion or go live, which some of us are cool with, but some of us are not. So extroverts, careful, introverts are coming for you. Okay, give me a yes if you like time leverage, i.e. create one podcast and it lasts 10 years and make you tens of thousands of pounds just one episode. My best episode in terms of downloads is episode 1. It's nearly 7 years ago I recorded that. So, you record an episode once, you earn on it forever. It becomes an asset. You turn your content into assets. This is massive, by the way. So right now, I could record this in my podcast. I'm actually not, because I do this talk exclusively for Brian and Candice and Saj at Real Success Summits, and I respect and honour that. But many times when I go live on Clubhouse or I go live on Instagram, so you might see here a little secret here, a little Rob with his 2 phones. So that is my Clubhouse phone. Yeah, that's cracked as well. And that is my Instagram or Facebook Live phone. I just dropped them so many times. Get a case then, Rob. Yeah. So, I'll go live on Clubhouse, yada, yada, yada. This is Rob Moore going live on Clubhouse. I'll put that on the a little attachment thing behind my laptop. And I'll go live on Instagram at the same time. And I'll do my content live on Clubhouse, content live on Instagram, and I'll record for a podcast. And I have got a podcast asset that could last me 5 to 10 years. I have got a Clubhouse room where I get hundreds of people on and people could share me. And I have a Facebook or an Instagram live, which then I can take the recording of, and then I could have that video for years to come. Now, that is like having sex once and an orgasm every day for the rest of your life. That is how great that strategy is if you do it right. By the way, if you do a course on that and you can make that work, I'll sign up for your course, just saying. But no one wants to be more busy. No one, Gary Vee telling us to do 70 pieces of content a day. No one actually wants to do that. So you need time leverage. Okay. Do you want to make way more money this year or next year? Give me a yes in the comments if you do. Would you like to gain more customers, more clients, more followers, more fans? Would you like additional streams of income, active, semi-passive, passive, and recurring? If you've answered yes to one or more, you must start a podcast. I don't know why I said like a pizza, Italian, you must. But you must, really, you must. And by the way, you don't even need a product yet. You create your podcast first, you get some listeners, you get some subscribers, and then when you've got a product to sell, I've got some SD cards or whatever, then you can launch it to all your podcast subscribers. So start now, get perfect later. Cool. So I've interviewed some of the coolest people on the planet. There's billionaires on that, on this screen here. There's world champions, David Goggins, world champion boxers, David Lloyd of David Lloyd Gyms, Dragons from Dragons Den, billionaires, Grant Cardone, 100 millionaires, you name it. Now, I'm going to let you know why I started a podcast and just get there's nothing wrong with the internet, it's just me. I tend to speak a bit too fast. Slow down like Deepak and Robin. Be more zen. The monk who sold his Lamborghini. Right, I'm just going to take a breath. Thank you all for being here. Love you all. I get a bit excited. But hey, you know what? Life. You live, you love, you enjoy, because you're dead sometime soon. In 10,000 years, none of us would be remembered and nothing we're worrying about matters. And I don't think that's dark and morbid. I think that means live hard, love hard, have fun. You know, it's Sunday afternoon where I am in the UK, and I was just loitering around, and I just thought, what a great gift it is for me to be able to share my message to thousands of people. I'm going to have a load of fun. I am going to have a load, even if you don't, I am. Anyway, back in the room, just needed to take a little breather there because I speak fast. This isn't even me on 2 times speed. People are often asking me why I started a podcast when they know my backstory. Many of you don't know my backstory. I'm going to do it nice and briefly, but this is important. And I would like you to put yourself in this picture. So do you listen to podcasts? Have you ever listened to podcasts? Or have I piqued your interest in podcasts? Because Joe Rogan did that for me. And I listened to the Joe Rogan show and all the great guests. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. Joe, you are a hero. You are a guru. You make $30 million from your podcast. FML, WTF, OMG, ROFL. Who am I? And I did nothing about it. Why not? But then I finally thought, you know what? I've got to change my life. So I started in business at the end of 2005. You'll find out why in a minute. And I got into real estate in 2006. By 2009, I had more than 100 real estate units in my portfolio that I'd sold for others. I got myself out of £50,000 worth of debt, and I became a net worth millionaire before age 31. And I got myself nice and busy, became a net worth Deca millionaire, which is 10 million net, by age 35. And this was all good, and I made my money quite young, but I'd got quite busy. And I wanted a bit of a life. So I retired. And this actually wasn't my first retirement. It was at least my third. So I was getting good with it. I was getting really good at it. Now, my dad is brilliant at giving up smoking because he's done it about 500 times. So he's the best at it. He's practiced. And I'm good at retiring because I've done it so many times. And in my retirement, to seal my retirement, to commit to my retirement, I wrote now one of the UK's best-selling books on business called Life Leverage. And that is, as it says on the subtitle there, how to create a leveraged lifestyle, how to outsource everything and live your ideal life. And it was this point that was merging in with listening to podcasts and having I was having, I suppose, a bit of a midlife, not crisis, because I'm really fortunate, so lucky to have the life that I have, but maybe a midlife reevaluation. My son had turned 5, and he was really good at golf. So I started taking him first around the UK and then around the world. He played in the British under 6 championships. He came second and he played rubbish. He's had 8 hole-in-ones. He's 10 now, but he'd had 8 hole-in-ones by age 8. He won every national tour that he played in, even though he was the youngest player. He ranked highly in the world under 6 championships at age 5 and again highly at age 6. And I just, for sort of a couple of years, just took him around the world and really enjoyed it. And was still sort of reevaluating what's the next stage of my life. I'm only 35. I might live till I'm 85 or 90. Or if I can get some Zen like Robin and Deepak, I might live until I'm 190. So I've got to figure some shit out. So I started buying up some classic cars and supercars. I bought my dream as a kid, Ferrari 1987 Testarossa. I bought a Lamborghini Aventador, $350,000 car. And as you can see, my son really respects my cars. And I learned to fly the helicopter. You can see there, I'm on the right-hand side there. So I learned to fly the Robinson R44. Enjoying life, but still feeling a bit unfulfilled. I became friends and met the world #1 golfer then, Justin Rhodes, and gave my son a lot of help as he developed his young career. Hanging out with my children a lot. There's my cheeky little ginger ninja daughter there. Buying cars left, right and centre. There's my Lamborghini Aventador. I bought that £5,000 bike, rode it twice and then it got nicked. Bought more cars and more cars and more cars. And actually, I found that money and freedom weren't all they're cracked up to be. And I didn't know until I tried it, to be honest. So I tried it and I realised you need a mission. You need a purpose. You need something that transcends material items and travel and freedom. And so it was then that I started to figure out that I wanted to meet some amazing people and do something with what I'd learned at quite a young age. So I went and hung out with some of my idols, like there you can see Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then finally I realized that actually probably what I've been searching for is starting a podcast. And that's Maisie Williams, who is Arya Stark in Game of Thrones, the most famous person in Game of Thrones. I'd have interviewed Arnold if I'd have had my podcast when I met him there, but that was just before. I've interviewed Floyd Mayweather twice, and 16 billionaires and dozens of centi or deca millionaires. And now I found that, like, sort of in my mid to late 30s, the passion is there as well as the profit. The purpose is there as well as the profit. The meaning is there as well as the money. And this is what I now love about podcasting. There's purpose and profit, ideas and income, meaning and money. There's all of those things combined. I don't think you should separate them. I really don't. And I've been there. I've been skint and I've been rich and I've been material and I've been spiritual. And I've retired and I've unretired. And I believe the perfect blend is loving what you do and doing what you love and having a purposeful mission that helps the masses that is also your profession. And that is what a podcast does for you and has done for me. And this is why I'm so privileged, excited and enthused to be speaking about this on this amazing summit. Now, still in the background, we were doing the real estate. Like I said, I have 1,300 tenants in my real estate portfolio. That's one of the developments we're converting. You can see what it will look like at the top and the bottom left. You can see what it currently looks like in the middle. And you can see here the frontage of one of my properties. Looks quite good. Look at the backage. I don't know if backage is the official word for the opposite of frontage, but look at the backage. That is 99 apartments, 159 tenants. And I show you this because this is my real estate portfolio. But do you remember I said that digital real estate is the future? I have nearly 1,000 episodes of my first podcast, The Disruptive Entrepreneur, and my second podcast, Money. And you can find them if you want to listen to them, The Disruptive Entrepreneur and Money. Probably 1/3 of those 1,000 episodes, so let's say 330 episodes, I've also recorded as a YouTube video. So that's 1,330 assets of digital real estate. Probably 250 excerpts of those are on TikTok now. So now we're talking 1,600 assets of digital real estate content. A piece of content is like one tenant, but it doesn't complain and it doesn't not pay its rent. And it's just on this. In there, I've got 99 Moni tenants. I've got maintenance and refurb and boilers and you name it. On there, I haven't. And so I figured this out along the journey the hard way, slogging it, learning it myself. And you can stand on the shoulders of podcasting giants like me and learn from the masters. It's always good to learn the traits of the greats.